video. Today we are going to be doing a bit of a summer reset here in the kitchen. We have been out of town, and before we went out of town, we were prepping to go out of town, and we are just right in the middle of summer. And I love summer. It's such a fun time, but it is a time where our routines are not what they are during the year. And how we kind of have chosen to handle that is we will do what we can and we stick loosely to those routines. But if it's a gorgeous day and there is a state park we've been wanting to go to and it's a Saturday and it's gorgeous, we're gonna go do that. And we may not get back until 10 o'clock. And so the dishes may not get loaded into the dishwasher. And that's okay. So the way we kind of combat that is we go ahead and we look at when do we have time in our schedule. Maybe there's a really hot, just humid and miserable day that we're going to be able to use to stay inside and catch up on chores, or maybe it's going to be a really rainy day and we can do the same thing. This video is taking advantage of one of those hot days in our area where you don't really want to go outside and do much, so we're going to look inside and reset some spaces that need a little bit more attention because they've been neglected kind of in the name of just summer. So I hope that you find this video to be helpful, and let's get started. So typically, we do like to have the dishes in the dishwasher every night and then empty them in the morning. We have been really busy the last couple of days and that did not get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish loading this dishwasher that already has some dirty dishes in it and get the dishes clean in the sink and get caught up on that part of these kitchen chores that need done. So we love the summer. We love the freedom that comes with summer. While we have a full calendar, we do not necessarily keep a routine in the summer. You know, summer is a time for us where we're traveling, or people are traveling to us. You know, we have friends that are with us for a week that normally aren't with us for a week. They live in a different state. Or we're going to visit with family. You know, we're going to grandma's for the weekend. Maybe it's a beautiful day on Saturday, so we're going to take that day trip to that place that's an hour or two away, and we're not going to get back until 10 o'clock at night. You know, you're going to the zoo and parks and hikes and so many wonderful things about summer, but that means that maybe your laundry didn't get done. Maybe you prepped for vacation for the week before you left, then you were gone, and you were really busy before you were even prepping, and you don't remember the last time you mopped the floor in the kitchen. And all of that is okay for us. We embrace that time. I don't know that I'd want to have it like this for 12 months out of the year, but we embrace that time in the summer. But then that means that we do have to have times where we kind of reset. And that's really what today's video is where I am really resetting the kitchen in the summer, where I'm kind of doing tasks that I wouldn't normally do all together, but they need done because they haven't been done for a variety of reasons. You know, we were out late last night, gone most of the day. The dishes didn't get done, and that's okay. I'm going to catch up on them today. For us, it's a really hot week. And I like to lean into maybe those really hot days or maybe a rainy day where you don't want to be outside. You don't want to be doing things, or maybe you can't. And utilizing that as a time to reset those spaces that need attention. And so today, it's obviously the kitchen. This is not a deep clean. It is really just catching up on the areas that need attention because they haven't gotten it. You know, before vacation, I cleaned out the fridge. So I'm not cleaning out the fridge today. It doesn't need done. But I can't tell you the last time I mopped. So that's really what this is taking advantage of kind of a gift that Mother Nature has given us in this really horribly hot day that's humid and muggy, and you don't even want to be out by the pool, and resetting these spaces. So we enjoy summer, and we enjoy doing a lot of grilling out in the summer. So in addition to not having a routine, a lot of our food prep is happening outside or on the counters, and it's not happening in the stove or the oven. And what that means practically for cleaning in the kitchen is a lot of times I will forget to wipe down the stove after we're done with a meal. We're focusing on getting the dishes clean and the grill cleaned off. And so the stove, the oven, the microwave, they tend to get neglected more. And you throw in that lack of routine that, maybe it's a gorgeous night and we decide to go to the park or go for a bike ride. And there's kind of multiple factors that lead to the stove not getting the attention that it typically does. And so while this is not a deep clean video, my stovetop, the oven, they do need a little bit of attention. So I'm going to be giving them a little more attention than I typically would on just a regular nightly cleaning. And just once again, that summer reset where it's different than any other season. It's just a different season. And so the cleaning and keeping up with housework, it looks different too. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this video to be helpful and inspirational, and maybe you got some ideas for how you can embrace the season of summer, that it's okay not to have that routine that is quite as rigid as maybe it might be in other parts of the year. But then also remembering that it is important to circle back to things and that you can use maybe those days where weather isn't that great, like it's rainy or it is really hot, and those can be great reset days, and it allows you to still embrace the season of summer and to have those vacations and trips and evening park visits that weren't planned, but that you can still have a house that doesn't become chaotic and something where you get overwhelmed either. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.